Good morning, you two. Hope you're all safe and well. Welcome to Tuesday's literacy lesson. So we are this half term looking at and writing a non-chronological report all about butterflies. Now, yesterday you did some research about butterflies. Today we're going to do some exciting art. But before we do that, we're going to do our spelling. So you'll need your literacy book and you'll need your pencil out in front of you. So on the left-hand side of your literacy book, you can practice your spellings. So let's recap. So, in terms of spellings, we've learned that the S sound can be spelt with an S and a digraph S, but sometimes the S sound can also be made with a C, okay? If it comes before the vowels E, I, and Y, so that's the rule, so you've got to look carefully, okay? So it makes the K, as it's known, as you can see, it makes the soft S sound, okay? Only if it comes before the vowels E, I, and Y. Now, in this example, we have got cell, race, ice, face, and space. And I know lots of you have looked at this spelling rule before with Miss Hemingway, so hopefully you'll be a bit more familiar with this one. It also has the CI spelling too, okay? So in words like city and circle, we don't say kitty and kirkle, it just wouldn't sound right, okay? So city and circle, okay? So it comes before the I, makes the soft S sound. Again, with the vowel Y, if the S comes before the vowel, which in this case is Y, again you'd need a C. So in words like spicy, bicycle, and fancy. And you'll notice with this type of spelling, it usually comes at the end or in the middle of a word, okay? Okay, spellings for you today then. Remember to read the tricky word, write the tricky word, and then put it into a sentence. Only doing one today because your literacy is going to take quite a long time today to complete. So we're just going to do one spelling. So my turn, then your turn. You ready? So the word is city. Your turn? City. Can you write the word correctly into your book then, please? City. Copying carefully. And my sentence is, Sheffield is a big city. You have a think of what you'd like to write for your sentence. Remember, capital letters, finger spaces, and full stops. Pause the video here if you need some time, okay, to write your sentence. Okay, we're going to move on to looking at grammar, and we're looking at the sentence types, two different sentence types. We've got exclamations and questions. Now, exclamations usually look like this, and that's the symbol that we use, okay? And it's usually used to express feelings, emotions, so shock, surprise, anger, okay? So that's what it's used for. So exclamations are sentences that begin with what or how, okay? They are full sentences and they include a verb, which is an action word like hop, skip, jump, and they end with an exclamation mark, like for example, how ridiculous of you to look in there. So it begins with how, has the verb look, and it ends with an exclamation mark. Now also we have questions. The question sentences are when we're asking somebody a question. They usually end with a question mark. Now, question mark looks like this, and you all know this one because we've done lots of work on this in year 1 and in year 2. So hopefully you can see that a bit better. Try and make my dot a little bit better so you can see it's a bit more visible. That's better. Okay, and that's what it looks like. So when you're asking a question, okay, we use words like how, what, when, where, when, who, why, okay, and lots more, okay, because that's what we want. We want to ask a question, we're inquiring. So you start with that. Again, it's a full sentence. It has a verb and it ends with a question mark this time, okay? And usually these type of questions or sentences need an answer, and you need to say what time you are going to the park, as in that example. When are you going to the park? The reply would be whatever time you are going, okay? So, the difference between the two. So let's look. So exclamations are sentences that begin with what and how. Full sentences include a verb and they end with an exclamation mark, whereas questions, again, are sentences that ask something and they usually end with a question mark. Now, some similarities and some differences, okay, in those things. So both exclamations and questions can begin with how and what. Both exclamations and questions can include a verb. Exclamations only end with an exclamation mark and questions only end with a question mark. Okay. Questions need an answer, they're asking something. However, exclamations do not. And exclamations can exclaim shock, surprise, or wonder or something, or wonder at something even. Okay. However, questions do not. So that is the difference between those two different sentence types. Okay, so your task today then is that you're going to create a 3D life cycle of a butterfly. Now you have those resources in your learning pack. So this is what we're looking to create, hopefully. So what I'd like you to do, and it's a little bit tricky to play my videos as you won't be able to hear them, there are links to the videos to watch. There's 2 videos that you'll need to watch on the blog. So you'll need to pause the video here and then go and watch the video clips that I've put alongside this video on the blog. So watch the clips and find a bit more about the life cycle of a butterfly. So pause the video and then watch the other clips and then come back. Okay, so this is what you should have seen and notice about the life cycle of a butterfly. The stage 1, so there's 4 different stages of the life cycle of a butterfly. The first stage is when a butterfly lays eggs on a leaf. Now sometimes those eggs can be round, it could be oval or like a cylinder shape, okay? So various shapes and sizes really. Stage 2 is when a caterpillar, got a space there, a caterpillar hatches out of the egg, okay, so out it pops. And that's what it looks like. This is a slightly bigger version. However, they are tiny little things and they munch on leaves and they grow bigger and bigger and bigger. And they can shed their skin lots of times in their lifetime, really. Stage 3 is where the caterpillar forms a pupa or something called a chrysalis, which you might have heard and seen in the video. So like it forms like a J shape and it hangs off and it forms, and also it's known as a cocoon, but the scientific word that we use is chrysalis. Okay, forms like a little shell and it sleeps inside it for a long time. And stage 4 is when the butterfly emerges out of the chrysalis. Now when it emerges out of the chrysalis, it has very wet, very flappy wings, and it takes a few minutes or maybe hours for the wings to dry so that the butterfly can fully flap its wing and fly off into the air. So those are the 4 different stages you will have noticed. Okay, so here's my waggle of my 3D life cycle of a butterfly. Now, I have popped a video on, so you'll also have to watch this video after to show you how to make or create the life cycle of a butterfly. Now, however, in the video it does show that they use paint to colour in or the paint their paper plate. However, we do not have paint issued out to everybody, so just leave your plate as it is. So leave it blank, you don't need to paint it, you don't need to colour it. So all you need to make sure is that you have put your name on the back of your plate. That's the first thing you need to do. Then you need to cut out the paper template and then glue it on to your paper plate. Then you're going to use the resources that are in your learning pack to create the different types, different stages of the life cycle. So we have eggs, caterpillar, chrysalis and butterfly. Now the video shows you some ideas how to make your life cycle really, but you can use, if you want to come up with your own ideas, that is absolutely fine, but use the video as a guide to help you. Okay, so these are the resources that you should have had in your learning pack. So paper plate, coloured card, tissue paper, a pipe cleaner, a twig. Now, I haven't got this in your learning pack. However, you'll have to have a little look in your garden or on your way to the park if you go out, and see if you can find a twig or a stick. Okay, you'll need your glue and you'll need some scissors to help you. All your resources are in your learning pack. Please take a photo of your completed learning, as this will go into your literacy books, and you'll be helping the teachers that are marking your learning, because we can print off your photo straight away and we can stick it inside your book. It saves us time to take each individual child's photo of their learning, so you'd be helping us a great deal if you could actually do that, please. Okay, and that's it from me. So I hope you enjoy doing your 3D life cycle of a butterfly. I can't wait to see them when you return them next week, or this week even rather. Remember, if you need any help, you can ask your grown-ups to send us an email and we will be happy to help you. Right, that's it from me. Hope you have a good day. I shall speak to you tomorrow. Bye.